Hi everyone, how are you doing today? I hope you've had a great week. As you can probably hear in my voice, I still have my cold, unfortunately, that I started getting last week. This is about day 9. It seems to be a long-lasting cold. Everybody at our church and everywhere else that I've heard that's had it, it lasts a couple weeks or more. So, oh well, at least I'm turned around. It's not on the last week, it was pretty bad, but now it's starting to get better, so that's good. Anyway, last week we talked about a SMART goal and what it was, because I know a lot of you are thinking about your New Year's resolutions that you're going to make in a few weeks. So I want to help you get ready for it. So this week we're going to talk about how do you stick with your SMART goal. But first I want to remind you about what a SMART goal is. So if you notice in the description for the video, SMART is in all capitals because each letter stands for something. So S stands for specific. Your goal needs to be very specific about what you want to accomplish. M is for measurable. It needs to be something that you can measure, like a certain amount of pounds, distance, that kind of thing. Achievable. A is for achievable. It needs to definitely be something that you think you can achieve. R is realistic. It goes right in with it. It needs to be a realistic goal that you can accomplish and also fit within your lifestyle and your time frame. And then T is it needs to be time bound. You need to put a time on it, otherwise you can just take forever and never get it done. If you want to know more specifics about each letter and what it means and how to actually set your goal, you can look at last week's video because I went into more details about it last week. So this week is going to be about how do you stick with your SMART goal. So, and if you remember, I have to glance over at my other computer screen. So I'm not ignoring you. I just have to look over at my other computer screen from time to time, which is where my blog post is. So your goal. So since I just talked about it being time bound, you have a specific time that you want your goal to be made by. So since you have it broken down by either weeks or months, it's going to be a lot easier to check in with yourself. So what you can do, make sure, like last week we talked about writing it down. It's very important to write down your goal. So depending on how you use, if you use a paper planner, if you use online, a Trello planner, or Google Docs, or your phone, whatever you use to write down your goal, that's where you need to keep track of it also. So like if you set a weekly goal, you can look at your planner and see what you set. So first, let me go back. So at the end of the first week, go back and see if you've accomplished your goal for that week. So maybe every day you have something written in your planner about what you should do that day for your goal, or you have a reminder set on your phone every day. Like, oh yeah, I said I was going to walk at 8 in the morning, and your phone goes off and reminds you. So then at the end of the week, look back and see if you actually did all of those things you were supposed to do every day. If you didn't, then it's okay. You just may need to modify next week's goal because maybe the goal that you set, even though you try to make it realistic and achievable, maybe you still were a little too enthusiastic about it and you need to dial it down a little bit to actually fit in your life. So that's okay to go ahead and adjust your goal for what you need to do next week. Just adjust it a little bit. But if it's working perfectly, that's great. And everything's working, and just continue with your plan. So every week, make sure you do that. Look back at your goal and see how it's going and make adjustments as needed. Also, then at the end of the month, make sure you look back over the past month and see how far you've come. You will be amazed at how much you've accomplished. Even if it wasn't as much as you set out to do. Let me grab a sip of water. Hold on. Sorry about that. All right, that's better. Even if it wasn't as much as you set out to do, just look back at the past month and see what you've actually accomplished and be proud of that. Don't be discouraged by what you didn't do. Be proud of and encouraged for what you did do. And you'll be so proud of yourself that you will just want to keep going because you'll see your progress and you'll be like, oh, I did that. I lost a pound, or I walked a mile every day. Whatever it is, you will be so proud of yourself. So looking back to see what you did, that you will be encouraged and want to keep going. And a great thing to have is somebody to hold you accountable to your goal. It's a lot easier if you have somebody else to help you get through it. So maybe you have a best friend, a sibling, a parent, an online Facebook group, an in-person meetup group, etc. that can help keep you on track. If you're having like a friend you go walking with every day or somebody you meet at the gym, whatever it is, you need somebody to help you keep on track. If you don't have one, or if you want another one, just let me know and I will be more than happy to be your accountability partner. I'll be here to cheer you on, to encourage you, maybe even give you some help and some tips along the way. Just let me know in the comments if you want some help, or if you don't want to say it in front of everybody, you can send me a message, email me, whatever you want to do. But I would be glad to help you along this healthy living journey and this SMART goal that you want to set for yourself. All right, so today is going to be short. That's all it is. So SMART goal, stick with it. Check back on yourself week by week. Make adjustments as you need to. And then to check back over a month and see how much you've accomplished and be so proud of yourself. And make sure you have somebody to be accountable with to help you achieve your goal. And if you don't, let me know. And if you have any other questions, comments, anything, go ahead and leave a comment below and I will make sure and check in and I will reply. All right, thanks for watching and I hope you have a great week. See you next week. Bye.